But for now, to start with, we've just got a couple of updates to let you know, and then we'll head into some worship together. So what have we got going on in the life of the street? Well, first of all, I'm going to try not to make this a really boring update, but we've got an AGM coming up, an annual general meeting. But it's not as boring as it might sound. These meetings are important for the compliance of us being a charitable organisation, but also we've attached this to an elders prayer meeting. So if you want to join us for the AGM, it's happening on Monday, the 29th of April. We're hosting it here at Hania Street in Mount Victoria in Wellington. So if you live in Wellington and you're interested to come along, you're very, very welcome. I think it starts at 7 p.m. Let me just check. Yep, 7 p.m. The AGM itself probably only run for half an hour, but like I said, we've attached it to our elders gather to pray often for us as a church, because one of the key parts of eldership is the shepherding of us as a flock. And so they gather to pray for us, and so if you come to the AGM, you're very, very welcome to stay on and pray with them. In fact, you're welcome to join the elders to pray at any time, but this is like killing two birds with one stone. You can come along and hear a little bit about what's happening in the life of the church, and then continue on in prayer together. So that'll be fun. It'll be a fun annual general meeting. I find that quite hard to say, which is, I wonder why people often shorten it just to AGM, because you can't really get that wrong. So let's just call it AGM. Second of all, some more very dear friends, Nick and Sarah Field, who, if you've known about the street for some time, you might remember they were the senior pastors here for a quarter of a century, so a really long time. About 3 years ago now, Nick and Sarah pioneered a missional movement of everyday missionaries, like a collective of home churches. So they finished up pastoring here at the street, and now they head up this missions organisation called The Way. And I can't even believe it's been 3 whole years, but Nick and Sarah are such incredibly dear people. They love the Lord. If you can spend even a few moments with them, what you uncover about them is they absolutely have such a genuine love for the Lord, and it spills over. They've got wonderful laughs. If you get to meet them, you'll have a good laugh. But they've got some really exciting things happening in The Way, and it's really exciting for us as a church to be able to celebrate with them what God is doing in and through them. So I'm just going to let you know a couple of things. They've let us know so many things because there's so many exciting things happening, but let's just highlight a couple of things. One thing that actually really stood out to me when I read their update is that they do training for people, training in their way of doing church together, their way of making disciples. And they've had a lot of people go through the training, approximately about 59 people. But what really excited me was that they now have people that they have trained who have gone on to train others. And so that idea of multiplication is just so key for them. Their missional movement is kind of based on multiplication, that telling one person is wonderful, but telling one person to tell another person to tell another person, like, that's the gospel, right? That's how the gospel spreads. And so it's really exciting to see that come to fruition. They've got loads of different churches that they are supporting around New Zealand now, and like I said, they continue to kind of multiply. But another really exciting thing that's happening for them is that they have been partnering with some people in the Philippines, and so they've done some training with them over there. So it's not only a missional movement now in this part of New Zealand, or more nationally in New Zealand, but now it's also cross-cultural, which is super exciting. So if you know Nick and Sarah, or if you're interested in what they're about and what they're up to, do keep praying for them. They need your prayer. It's hard. Being on the missions field is hard, and they need your continual prayer. You can get their prayer update. You can partner with them. And if you'd like to do that, please do either look up The Way, or get in touch with us here online at thestreet.org.nz, and we can connect you together with them. They are definitely people to know. All right, let's let's pivot a little bit. I'm not going to update you on any other things just now. There's always so much happening in the life of our church. Actually, just to say though, if you're ever interested to know what's going on, you just check out our website. We keep our website really up to date. So you just head to thestreet.org.nz and you'll find all sorts of fun things happening.